everybody. It's a...
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, it's the 47th meeting of the AFC and the NFC as they battle in the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Breeze now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Here's the cream of the crop offensively.
So line communication calls, that's big. Audibles, hand signals, you want to make sure everyone is connected so that no one gets hurt.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Offensive guy didn't do it. Didn't secure the ball. Didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free. Made a big play.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping. That possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that...
Get ready! Get ready! Get ready! Ready! You ready?
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Now Breeze on the bootleg. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown! Julio Jones, 33 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game, and of course we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. The NFC offense heading back onto the field. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jared Cook there to make the grab. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On third down, it's counter. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's counter. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. He'll try and run forward with Connor. And he will take this in for an 8.
About it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze caught by the tight end Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. On first down, it's Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Breeze on 3rd down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 24-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas to add the extra point.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well executed
off by an NFC touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense making their way back out. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can...
That's caught inside the 20. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. A big play there for the AFC. 72 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They give it off here to the tight end. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Breeze now to throw. Now Breeze lost the football. Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 84 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Now Myers for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing on second and 3. Breeze. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's a carry for Saquon Barkley and the Giants. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Breeze. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and that's picked up by the AFC. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On play action, it's Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The AFC thus far on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's... tackled at the 1. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Rivers going to try and sneak it. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Phillip Rivers keeping it himself from a yard out. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack. Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw is Breeze. And oh, he coughed it up. And that's picked up by the AFC.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. They come out here in the eye. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. And Brady will sneak it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Well, they've been so good on third. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Tom Brady. Taking it in. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Breeze. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Call that a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Breeze. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Breeze going to throw. Complete to Jones. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Again, it's Breeze. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To throw again on second down. Breeze. He completes it to Jones. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Into the red zone. Another look at this potential touchdown. Rosas now to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught for an AFC team. Touchdown. Antonio Brown, 61 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you threw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Shotgun now for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
There's Breeze. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A little juke. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practice.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.